I'm Nigel. I am the vocalist of Carsex. We are basically a five-piece rock and roll outfit from Long Beach, California.
Fantastic, mate. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. So, Carsex will release your third EP, Human Interest, on June the 6th, bro. So, she's not far away now. How are you feeling?
Good. We got a handful of shows lined up to kind of support the release. One of them on the 6th is going to be at our basically like our home bar here, just a hop, skip, and a jump away. And so that should be really cool. And we're going to be releasing a music video for one of the songs as well. So yeah, super stoked on everything coming out.
Very nice. Can you tell us a bit more about the EP from a musical point of view and what you were going for with it?
The basically this one, it's pretty much like our third EP effort. I feel like the band has been around for a little bit more than 9 years now. Um, this is definitely our strongest effort, I feel, just out of the development of the band over the years and everything. I feel like we're as as much a part of each other as we can be. So I feel like this one is really probably the first one that is just one like 100% genuine, just straight from all of us as a unit. Um, and yeah, super stoked on it. The basic idea, a lot of our material goes through a pretty wide variety of subjects, but lightly touches on politics to a certain degree, but I wouldn't say that much. Just really like the human condition, as a broad explanation. Sometimes it's a little difficult for me to explain exactly what certain songs or the idea of the band is about because I really like for the audience to experience it for themselves. And I feel like our presentation is like more up for perception or like subjective to the listener, because it is for us as well. Like I feel like it means something different to all of the band members individually as well. So yeah,
Yeah,
in
cool.
short.
Good on you, sure. Well, you're going to find this next question a bit hard then, mate, because I want to run through the EP. It's only got what's got 2, 4, 6, 7 tracks on it, so I want to run through them one at a time. And I was going to get you to tell me a bit more about them, but it sounds like you don't really like doing that. So if you want to just tell us sort of how that song represents the band moving forward, I guess, and a little bit about it. So we'll
Sure.
start with the first song, "Sitting Ducks."
Sitting Ducks, like Crooked Canvas, is a lot of like our uh our depiction of like a modern like modern landscape of just humanity in general, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it be, just like I don't know, the kind of the darker side of everything that is going on, whether it be that politics, inner struggles, especially, and just trying to navigate like the modern landscape that we face as like society in general. I would say that those two songs for sure are touching on that the most.
Mhm.
Um, the idea or concept of like existential crisis and just anxiety in general, I feel really guides this EP. So I wouldn't say that it's necessarily a concept piece, but it could be viewed as that depending on the person, I guess.
Yeah. We'll move past Crooked Canvas then, because you just explained that. Then there's Beyond the Trees.
Beyond the Trees is actually the only one that was kind of my wife and I were actually on a plane back from Georgia visiting some family, and a lot of times I like to just kind of space out and look out the window on planes. We've been doing it a lot more recently in the recent years, but I used to have quite a bit of flight anxiety. And uh, one of the times that we were coming home from Georgia, uh, I was just kind of looking out the window at the greenery below and just started writing because it typically helps me work through anxiety at points like that.
Mhm.
And it just kind of like this weird idea of like a story of just a killer. It's weird because it's the only song that's really like a story that's made up completely
Oh yeah.
in the EP, which was interesting for me, but it was like so natural feeling at the time that I ended up just writing all of the lyrics within, us from Taxi to being completely in the air. So it was, probably a matter of like 10 or 15 minutes. And I just wrote the lyrics to it. And then when I got back, um, our drummer at the time, he just kind of came up with that drum beat, and we had the rockin' just driving bass, and it was just like all super just organic. And
Yeah.
but like personally, I think that that's probably one of my favorite songs on the EP, just because it was so easy and just I just love the way that it sounds. It's a little bit different from the rest of it, and kind of shows a little bit more of the dynamic that we can get. So I like that one a lot.
Cool. I'll be dying to hear the story behind the next one called "Fuck This."
um, I would say in short, because I've been asked a lot about that one. This, uh, I I would say fuck this because we've been playing that one live outside of the rest of the EP for quite some time. So it was like one of the first songs that we really like exposed everybody to, like as far as the audience. Um, and we've been playing it for like probably a couple years now because the recording has been a long time coming. And generally I feel like the title explains a lot of it. It's pretty self-explanatory, but in general I would say just as simply as I can, it's probably just a song about like that inner or those inner demons that can kind of constantly be knocking on your head, and trying to get in and basically just that inner struggle of like really trying to not only recognize it in its entirety but really like face it. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it in a nutshell,
Wait,
for
then
me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then we'll move on to the landmine, which was a single, I believe.
Landmine is actually the one that we have the video coming out for as well.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, our friend Kris actually shot the video, and it was really cool. It was in this kind of like warehousey area with a bunch of cool like background lights and everything. I'm really excited about the way that that turned out because his cinematography, basically, he just filmed us doing like a live thing.
Yeah.
Um, but the energy was really good, and like he's a friend of ours. He's shot a bunch of our photos before, and we've known him for years. And I feel like he was really able to like capture the essence of the band live, which is one of our stronger points for the most part, I think. um but yeah, that one, as far as what it's about, is kind of uh it's almost like a part two to a song on our last EP, Your Lesson. And uh, basically, it's in short, kind of about a complete like mind melt. A friend of mine and I were like dosed unintentionally with like what should have been a lethal amount of LSD like years ago. And it kind of touches on the nightmare, the nightmare hellscape that ended up ensuing. And we ended up being like hospitalized and everything. And it was like a long process. So like for me, it was very introspective. Um, I I would expect and that's one of the reasons why, for instance, like I don't really like to particularly say like specifically like because there's little bits and pieces of everything, right?
Yeah.
Um, like a lot of it is about like it was inspired by that experience for me. But I feel like it could be a completely different understanding
Yeah.
for somebody else because that is a unique experience or fairly unique, I would imagine.
Mm.
Um,
Oh yeah.
so, but yeah, for me, that's kind of where that one stemmed. And the landmine is basically the shit hitting the fan.
Did you end up catching up with the guy who dosed you to break his legs?
No, no. Unfortunately, it was a friend, actually a friend that we uh, played music with also, and he had no idea that he had done
Uh,
it. He had
I was
he
accidental.
had yeah. So it was just a giant shit show. Um, yeah, really weird experience to say the least. So
So he can keep his kneecaps then.
yeah.
All right. Now, I don't want you to tell me what this stands for because I reckon that'd be part of the fun of it. But what's DKC about?
So I will tell you what it stands for.
Okay.
Dead Kids Club. The concept was basically um, the concept really was I had wrote like most of the lyrics and Jeremy the bassist and I kind of got together and we wanted to come up with this concept of bringing like the bringing the tragedy like the true fucking tragedy that is um school shootings and the regular just the complacency of everybody's kind of acceptance of it now and everything that follows with it. We thought that it would be an interesting idea to kind of write the song from like a dad
Okay. Yeah.
whose kid was killed in a school shootings perspective. Just I had not specifically with school shootings, but I lost basically my second mother to a mass shooting at a salon in 2012. So like for me, any kind of area like that is sensitive and I feel like should be talked about. And as
Mm.
uncomfortable as it is, it should be something that is not just like just a oh there's a news clip again.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's kind of talk about like uh the deeper a deeper understanding of this and like the emotional um more of the emotional part of it because I feel like that's really important and gets glanced over quite a bit now because everybody's just kind of there's a numbness to it now. So yeah, that's what that one's
Yeah.
about.
No, so I'm going to sidetrack. I'm going to sidetrack for a little bit because you've moved over a little bit. But is that a monkey playing guitar in the background? I can't take my eyes off it.
Oh yeah. That's Mr. Monkey. Yeah, my sister actually made that guitar. Um,
That's so
it's a
cool.
yeah, it's a collage of yeah. She gave that to me as a gift a few years ago. I love that one.
You just kept sort of creeping over a little bit, and it sort of came more and more into view. And I'm like, "Get fucked! Is that a
Yeah,
monkey playing a guitar?" Oh, nice.
yeah,
So back to the EP. Stella is the final song.
cool. Oh yeah, Stella. Let's see. Stella. That's probably if Beyond the Trees is not my favorite, that probably is. Um, I feel like that's just like a good like all-encompassing kind of coming to terms with. I feel like it's a good story ender, um, and that's kind of why we placed it where we did. But um, yeah, I feel like that's the most hopeful track. Like some sort of crescendo to an end, in the sense that not necessarily like there is an open ending still, right? But it's like there's um things that have been looked at and faced in ways that they haven't been before, and there's like not necessarily like a reckoning, but a uh some sort of uh peace made um, with everything that has gone on, or I guess not necessarily an enlightenment, but a little bit of closure to some darkness and a little bit of, you know, light at the end of the tunnel, for lack of a better description.
Yeah, yep,
You
yep,
know.
nice. Very nice. Now, I don't know too much about you guys, but after listening to the EP, you sound like it'd be a lot of fun live. So run us through a typical Carsex live show.
Um, Typically we do I think that our strongest point is our live performance. Outside of I used to say that all the time, but after we made this record, I was like, I don't know. Now I feel like we're coming into our own like fully. But yeah, we have a great time playing live. Um, it's basically like sometimes controlled chaos, sometimes not controlled chaos, but it's really easy for us. I mean, we've all been together for so long. We always talk about how like being in a band is like being in a relationship with four other dudes. So it's like we've been through so much in like almost a decade, that it's like we are so comfortable with each other and in our atmosphere that I feel like we can lose ourselves like entirely, um, together and individually, like live, which is a great feeling. Even if we're having a shitty show playing to no one, you know, it's still a great experience for us, you know.
Yeah.
Um, I just get in my own little world. So
Very cool, very cool. Now you got a couple of shows coming up too. I'm going to start with the June the 6th one because this won't be out in time for the other one. But you've got the one at June the 6th at the Vine in Long Beach for your EP launch, and then you've got Supply and Demand on September 6th. So tell us a bit about those shows.
so those ones are both Long Beach, our hometown. We love those places. We're good friends with basically everybody there. We have a really like I've always been really proud and like happy with our community's like music scene and the support that everybody gets. I feel like it's kind of um, rare to come by as far as the diversity and like uh, the general togetherness of the community in general. So we like I feel really privileged to be a part of like a scene or like a just a rock and roll community that's that strong, because it's something to be adored. So we always think it's really important to still play a lot in Long Beach. Um, those two are staples for us. So we thought that Vine would be perfect, just to put out the new guy, and um, it's more intimate, which we really like. So yeah, we're really looking forward to both those shows. We are playing in the desert at Palmdale, at the Transplant Brewery tomorrow with our friends French Mouth from LA. So that one should be really good. Um, and then I think that we have our drummer. Our drummer is actually getting surgery, I think, at the beginning of August. So we're going to take a little bit of time off during that, like so he can recover, obviously. Um, but yeah, we're really looking forward to all the upcoming ones, and hopefully planning like a small tour uh, come either, end of August or beginning of September, kind of fall type situation.
Very cool. But in the meantime, mate, Human Interest is out on June the 6th. So where can people get a hold of a copy or keep up to date with the band?
Basically just carsexlbc.com is our website. We're on like every social, uh, under Carsex or Carsex LB, YouTube, all of the main streaming, Spotify and Apple Music, all that jazz. And yeah, we have merch available at the shows, CDs and stuff, but yeah, um, wherever you can wherever you can get your mainstream streaming type situation.